Start if it's on. Yeah, I had asked to be on the agenda tonight because of a town ethics policy that was proposed in front of me. From what I understand from Selectman Thompson, this was actually proposed for the first time in October of 2013, which is when it's dated. Who made the original proposal? Was that you as well?
I did at the time.
Okay. So October of 2013, as we know, is probably dealing still with the Jason Cole issue, and that was probably a big part of how this came into being, correct?
Yes. That's why this got backburnered, because we ended up with a whole rescue mess on our lap and
Right.
got set to the back burner.
However, from what I'm hearing, I mean, we have a real issue here. And not because your buddies or because you work together or whatever, but because there just seems to be a general mistrust of people in town because of meetings going on and keep finding people together where they're not supposed to be together. And this policy would completely alleviate that. After sharing this with a few people in town and talking about it, the only thing that that has been being said is that it's not really complete for what we need now. People are saying, for example, there should be some kind of consequences spelt out if you do violate this ethics policy in this way. This is how you. So I'm not asking for you to pass this tonight, but I've asked several times in an informal position, sitting over in the other chair, when you're going to be discussing this. And as we all know, that's how Mr. Heath has now come up with his infamous nickname of no comment. So now I'm on the agenda and I'm asking publicly, and I'm asking on the record, when can we expect the board to begin to create an ethics policy? And this is not only for selectmen, just to have you know, it's also for all town employees to be held responsible for their code of conduct and to remain in the law, within the state of Maine law, and within policy, town policy and town ordinance. So I really am asking on the record now for you guys to set, and I know you're doing assessing now, so I'm not asking for a date tomorrow, but I'm asking you guys to set a date when we can have people come in, when we can have people's comments, when we can have people make suggestions, and then have the board listen to them and make a decision on rewriting a town of Lebanon ethics policy. So that's what I'm asking. And I'd like a comment from somebody.
The only thing what you said is him and I mean, my question.
No, I said it's not only because of you.
No,
and him.
I know, but
Yeah.
what's today? Thursday, Saturday, we gotta go and assess. I mean,
Right.
we're gonna be together.
Okay, let me explain this to you.
You know what I
Being
mean?
together isn't against the law.
Well,
Okay? It's not. Being together is not against the law. And that's what people in town and what you fellas seem to be misunderstanding. It's not when you're together that's against the law. It's when you're together and he doesn't know that you're together, so he doesn't have the chance to pop in. The thing that I found really offensive was that you guys were together on Saturday. You don't go on Facebook, so you didn't see that I had spoken to Ronnie, and Ronnie knew that you guys were coming, but you didn't take the time to say here in a board meeting, hey, you know what, Ronnie's gonna be away and somebody's gotta go oversee those new people at the dump, so I'm gonna go in for 4.5 hours and Royce is going in for 4.5 hours, and Ben would have said, oh, so you're gonna be there from whatever 7 in the morning till 11:30, and then Royce is coming in at noon and he's gonna be there till 3, and you could have worked it out. And then that was on Saturday, and then Monday came and went, and neither one of you happened to mention, hey, by the way, I stopped in and I wanted to make sure everything was going good at the dump, and I stopped in and I noticed that there was a little bit of hemming and hawing, so I stayed, and then I called Royce to come in. There was never any
No,
discussion on it on Monday either. It wasn't until I find out and call you about it on Thursday, and that should not be the way of it. You're a selectman and you have to disclose, you have to be honest.
I told you last week, I wanted Royce and I to be there for the transition.
I don't know what the transition is.
That's when they change the boxes.
Okay,
So it takes them a half an hour, but people keep piling garbage,
right.
okay? And then, when they put the new box, we have to kind of push it in, that's it.
Yeah, but that would have been fine,
Okay,
Laura,
it's
is what
over,
I'm saying.
it's over.
But it's not over because if it's not addressed, you'll be doing it again next week or the week after or the
No,
week
can I say
after.
I won't be doing it again.
How can you say that? We already called you on it once and then it happened again this Saturday.
What Saturday?
Last Saturday, when you and Royce were at the transfer station and nobody knew about it
Wait a
and then you
minute,
didn't
last
come in and
Saturday?
disclose. Was it last? Yeah, it was last
No,
Saturday.
we
Two
were
Saturdays.
assessing.
Okay, so 2 Saturdays ago. I'm sorry, I got a
The
week.
Saturday
Wait.
before, you came in?
No, that was the Saturday
Okay,
before that.
okay,
All
It
right.
was 3 Saturdays. One Saturday I come in and found you there with Ronnie. And the next Saturday Ronnie was in Vermont. Remember having
Yeah.
that discussion
Yeah,
with me?
yeah,
Ronnie was in Vermont and you were there and Royce was there with you, remember?
yeah.
Now, what I'm saying to you is it's not illegal for you to be there together. And that's where you're getting this mixed up. You're friends with Royce. You've been working together a long time. It's not illegal for you to be together. What is illegal is for you to be together without letting Ben know that you're together. So that if something comes of it and the next Tuesday you come in and Royce slips a motion out of his pocket and throws it on the floor, or you slip one out and throw it on the desk, everybody has the chance to say, hey, hold on a minute. You guys were together all day Saturday. Is that where this came from? You know what I'm saying? It's not illegal for you to be friends with your old time friend. It's not illegal for you guys to be at the same place together. And now, this is Thursday. On Monday night's meeting, I happened to be reviewing the videotape, and you talked to Royce about meeting up on Tuesday, and Ben asked you, is that for assessing? And you said, no, this is something else.
No.
When was this?
That was on Monday, this past Monday.
Really?
And, yeah, because
What
I
were you
called
talking
Ben and
about?
I asked him if it was right when Mr. Heath was leaving, and I asked him
What
if he
was
had seen the
Tuesday?
videotape.
I can't remember what was going on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Well,
I
I
didn't
can't
see
either.
you.
No.
Well,
Right.
left here, and I said, I'll see you.
I saw, we
Wednesday
talked
morning,
about
8 o'clock.
Wednesday.
That's
Yes,
it.
that was it.
Well,
That's
not what
exactly it.
well, that wasn't what was
Let's get
said
back
in
on
the
subject
video.
though.
But anyway, yeah,
Well, I'm gonna tell
the
you
subject
something.
is the ethics part.
Yeah, and really, those who are proposing should be living it too.
That's right. Everybody should
Yeah.
be living it. You're absolutely right.
It doesn't sound to me like,
I'm not a town
it
employee.
sounds to me like there's a little witch hunt going on here.
There is no witch hunt. I'm asking for
Then
ethics
why are
policy
Paul and I
that
being charged
No,
with
no.
all these
Can I say
things?
something?
Why
nobody's
is all
being
this going
charged.
on?
You're turning it
Yeah.
into that. It's
No,
not.
I've
Can I comment?
been pretty
Yeah,
quiet
go
and
ahead.
sat back and heard this for a long time.
Can I comment?
Chris, go ahead for.
These two here resigned from their position from the dump. So why are they even up there, Ben? That's just like me going up to the dump to work. These two don't belong up at the dump. They're no longer town employees,
Understand.
okay?
Excuse me?
You just heard me, Royce. You're not a town employee
I'm
anymore at the
not.
dump.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, good.
No, he's a tax.
But-
But you don't see me going up there and working, do you?
I'm on a town committee.
If somebody don't know how to run the dump up there, shut the dump down on a Saturday if the department head ain't there.
And
he
who would
can't
be
tell
the
anybody.
first to complain if that happened, Mr.
Who would be the
Kirkpatrick?
first to complain is me about you two up there yakking about each other, making motions when you come into the next selectman meeting, which is highly illegal. So Ben, why don't you call MMA and ask them what to do with the situation? Because there should be a penalty here between these two with their secret meetings.
But it
We
is
didn't
actually,
have a
weekly.
secret meeting.
Chris, it is actually
There was
against
no secret
state
meeting.
law, and it.
Yeah.
Boys, you can sit there and say they're in a secret meeting. Of course, there's a secret meeting because when you guys work
There's
together and you
no-
come in and
There's
you
two
make a
things that,
motion.
you know, you got a new
There
board
was no
here.
secret meeting.
You got a new board that may not understand what the laws are, but there are penalties for that.
$500
And
per occurrence.
if you avoid the executive sessions, I believe it's $100 for meeting secretly and not posting that meeting.
Right.
Any discussion having to do with the town is warrants a meeting, you know, at that point in time. So that's where, and
So what about
the,
all
the
the times
town
you
attorney,
spoke with Paul
the
Philbrick?
town attorney, what's that?
All the times you spoke with Paul Philbrick and stuff I didn't happen to know about at the time.
There was no
You know,
discussion
you never
outside
heard a
this
charge
office.
from me coming out like that.
There was never a discussion outside this office.
exactly the same thing here.
Are you
I didn't go
charging
hang
him
out with
saying
Paul
that he
Filbert.
talked with Paul Filbert
I didn't go hang
about
out with Paul
stuff?
Filbert. You did walk out of here because I questioned you twice on Monday night. You're meeting him Tuesday morning at
Tuesday
9 o'clock. Maybe you were confused that it was supposed to be Wednesday, but that is what you said was Tuesday at 9 because I questioned
I
you.
don't recall that.
I said, are you assessing? And you said no.
He said no, it's
So-
something
You
else.
just-
is what he
no,
said.
there's never been a Tuesday.
It wouldn't be.
I don't care either way. The point's the point. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I
But,
wouldn't do anything on a Tuesday because I got my granddaughter.
yeah, I don't care whether it's Tuesday or what it was.
Yeah,
but
and it,
I'm just
I mean,
I'm trying to make it clear
I'm
as,
thinking
as
that
a
something we
chair,
said was a
okay,
Wednesday for the
that
assessing.
you know
was
I don't know if they
wrong.
know, but you can be held accountable.
That's right.
The
Any
town, no,
citizen
let
can
me
go.
talk, please,
Sorry,
okay?
sorry.
But the town has to defend the selectmen. The
Right.
town attorney would step in and defend, and then it would have to be proved that, you know, you operated outside your authority, and then you can, you know, if there's a fine, the town's going to pick that fine up.
Right.
If they were working, you know, or they didn't know, or whatever, I say I, all of us, okay? But there is a place there, whereas Ultra Virus Act is beyond your scope of authority, that if you can prove that happened, we can get slapped with those fines, you know, and if you start really researching,
should.
there's a lot of stuff that it gets a little scary where what you can be held accountable for financially, you know, and anything ultra virus that goes on beyond your authority, I'm just saying, and I don't care, you know, there is no witch hunt, whatever. I don't care what her opinion is. Okay, as far as what you're, I'm responding to you. I proposed this. I proposed this with Karen Garish, you know, and it got stuck there because of the whole big rescue mess that popped up. Okay, I proposed this 2 months ago. As soon as Paul came on, I proposed this. So I proposed this, and yeah, we've moved, we've changed from October. You know, this was discussed long before October. This was the so-called final draft, but just kind of got stuck. Okay, so we were talking about this back in probably August, September, and yeah, we've all been burnt, we've all been bit, and we all are a lot more aware. So yeah, it needs some modification, and I agree with you. I mean, it'd be a great time to have public input, public participation. I don't want to write a policy that now all of a sudden, you know, 500 people don't like, or, you know, you need public input. And
Right.
so I think that's what she's asking.
That's all I'm asking. And
I don't want to get into all this accusations.
No,
and
but
stuff
he
that
asked
kind
me
of get off
why,
track.
and
Yeah.
so I was explaining
I
to
don't
him
recall
why.
starting this mess to you,
know.
to you, Paul.
But I mean, I don't want to get into all the accusations, and I want to keep the meeting under control. But I mean, it's what they're asking, I guess, and we're buried with assessing right now. So
Right, I did.
don't want
I
to
know
discuss
that.
it right
so
now.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Can I ask
That's
a-
what I said
can I ask a
originally. Is I
question?
know that.
We can easily take care of this. I move we close this meeting.
Can I ask
Do I
a
have a
question?
second? It's over.
Can I ask a question?
Sure. Meetings are closed.
What's your opinion on
They
the
just
Meeting's
voted to
closed
close
now.
the meeting.
We can
Yeah,
talk
they
though.
just
Meeting's
did.
closed.
Yeah.
He,
He
Of course he
motioned
did.
to close the
Of
meeting.
course he did, because you don't want to talk about it.
he proposed it and this one seconded
Did you second it?
Yeah,
To close the meeting
Yeah.
so that nobody can speak.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's over.
it's over.
it's over, no. it's
I
not.
agree with what you're saying.
Well, then why did you just vote so that nobody has a voice here?
Oh, I agree with what you're saying too, but I'm sick and
Of
tired
course
of
you
being
do.
accused of
Of course
something
you
that's
do,
not true.
Royce. Of course you do.
That's that.
I told you they were going
What's the sense of having a selectmen's meeting if this is how a selectmen's meeting run, Ben? Seriously, what's the sense of people
Yeah,
coming here
don't-
asking questions?
Don't let that fall on
If you
my
got,
shoulders.
if you got
that
two
being
here that
wrong,
don't even want to
because-
answer questions,
Right, understood.
why
I
are they
really
even here?
thought you were done.
No,
Really? That's why I just have to ask a question, Paul.
Okay, go ahead, talk.
Open the meeting back up then.
You have to
No,
motion.
I thought you were done.
You have to motion to reopen the meeting, and then it has to be seconded. Would you re-motion to reopen the meeting?
Yeah, go ahead.
Seconded.
Thank you.
Back in session.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Real quick.
What's your opinion on that ethics policy, Paul?
there's nothing in there that should happen.
Either yes or no. Are you for that policy or not?
Well, maybe not for this policy,
Uh,
but for the
what reason-
creation.
Yeah, I'm for an ethics policy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that one I don't know, but I mean,
We have an
I
ethics
believe in
policy.
what you're saying.
Royce, what's your opinion?
We have an ethics policy in this town now.
Really? Then why isn't it being followed?
You have a conflict of interest policy.
Right.
You
We
don't have an
also
ethics
have an
policy.
ethics policy, and what's your 2010
Personnel.
ethics personnel policy?
It's
Same
not
thing.
the same thing.
Same thing.
Not the same thing.
No.
Okay,
So, you know,
I have an opinion
I
on
take a
it.
little bit of offense to that. I mean, because, you know, Are you saying that I'm not smart enough to figure out there's a difference between a personnel policy and the ethics policy?
I'm
Seeing as
just
I
saying,
proposed this.
Since we're offering opinions, I was offering mine. I agree with the one we have, I think it's good enough.
That's different than what you said.
Well, why don't,
Well,
I've never
You
seen
can
it,
make that the
so
official
why don't you
one.
guys dig it up and
What,
put it in
the
the
old
packet?
one? I can actually copy that from the personnel
And-
policy.
Well,
What you have is a conflict of interest policy
We
that's
use
signed,
that
Wait a minute,
personnel
signed by
policy
Judy
and an
Churchyard,
ethics policy.
Robert Frizzell, and Jason Cole.
Ben,
And it does nothing but reiterate state law.
Right.
So that's the only conflict.
can I have
of
a
interest.
comment on that ethics policy that's proposed right there? Who's gonna be the chairman next year of the board? Do you want him making these decisions over ethics policy?
It's up to the town.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's my problem with that, is that the chairman of the board makes the call. And who does the actual investigating?
Well, the problem comes down to, I think the town is confused that the chair has more power than they do.
Well, according
No,
to that, it does
just
then.
hangs an extra, well, in that
Yeah,
situation.
in this situation.
And that's- Right now, we don't.
But this
you know.
policy
I
isn't
just got an extra
enacted
rope
yet.
hung around my neck because of a title, but, you know, really, there's nothing, I can't control anybody else on the board. We work as a board, you know, so,
And
again, as
a
you
board
just
of
saw,
two.
if one votes, one shuts, if they vote to shut down, it's down, it's shut, you know, it's
A
down.
board of two, Ben.
I understood that. Yeah.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot of
That's
changes.
just their own personal agenda.
There's a lot of changes in town that need to happen.
So
For sure.
here's the question to this as well. What would the board think? Would you support me asking for a 5-member board? Because then this would not be happening. You wouldn't have this problem because you'd have a 5-member board. Would you support looking into a 5-member board? I mean, it would make your assessing duties a lot easier.
Well,
It will
let's
also
take care
slow
of
But-
that.
down any
if you want a
legislation
5-member
we try and
board-
put through.
No, I'm asking
It's-
you if you would be in support of that
No.
or if you think
No.
that's
Hey, Deb,
unreasonable. Yeah,
you get a 5-member board and I'll run and I'll take no salary. How's that?
there you go. We can all put that on that man
Be
because he
careful,
just
I
offered
just
he's
did that
gonna
up at the
run.
dump and I got in trouble,
No
you
salary.
hollered at me.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
Because
I
because you
helped
have
out for
illegal
the day.
meetings at the
Ben.
dump.
I helped out for the
Keep it
day.
down.
Oh, really, Royce?
Royce, let's,
Paul helped out too.
Just like-
Your selectman
This is
instigated
what
it.
it's gonna be like in here, isn't it nice?
I'd love to be on the same board as you, Royce.
Okay,
Trust me.
Okay,
So-
Keep it
and I-
controlled, please.
okay, and I just have one more thing to that comment. It's not this is what it's gonna be like in here. Sometimes people have opinions and they need to be heard, and you don't
They
like to
absolutely
hear them.
do. I
And when
agree.
people are angry,
When
they
everyone gets to speak,
excuse me, when people are angry and they have an opinion, sometimes they're a little bit agitated. And it's not me. You like to sit here because I'm the one sitting in that chair, and you like to throw your digs at me. It's
Stay
not
on,
me.
stay on the ethics policy.
Okay, I'm just saying, it's
So I
not
think
me.
we've covered
Don't
that.
need to
I think
be
the question
Okay.
now would be, would the board entertain a meeting with public participation to help
To
create this?
discuss and create an ethics policy.
Instead of throwing it on our shoulders.
Why
Mr.
would you
Nadeau,
bother, Ben? Because you get two that would try to shut the meeting down.
Mr. Nadeau, would you make that motion to, after assessing is done, to create a date to discuss and hear public participation on a town ethics policy?
well, Ben's the chairman.
No, I'm asking you if you would create that, I'm not
If Ben
asking
says
Ben.
we meet on Thursday, we meet on
No,
Thursday.
no, this would be a
Me?
separate meeting to discuss and have public participation, not limited to 1 minute or 2 minutes or shutting the meeting down whenever Mr. Heath feels like I've said enough. Would be a public participation meeting where people could come and speak on what they'd like to see in a town ethics policy.
I think Ben said that we do that. Didn't you just?
I'm
say-
willing to do that. She's asking if
Yeah.
you
I'm
are.
asking you
Oh, yeah.
to make that
That's the
motion.
No, I'm not gonna make the motion.
Would
Oh,
you
But
make
if
the
people wanna
motion?
participate,
Ben can't make the motion because he penned this original. This is not what would be done. This is an idea,
okay.
It's a
okay?
baby step.
So what we need now is we need a town like a town get together where people, so all I'm asking you to do is make the motion for that get together, which he cannot do because he penned this idea. So
Just an
would you make
informational
that?
meeting.
I will make it.
Thank you, I
And
appreciate
not
that very
tomorrow.
much. No, after assessing is completed and when
We'll
the
get
board
together and
agrees.
we'll do something.
I would appreciate that very much,
Okay.
Mr. Nadeau, thank you. Would you second that, Ben?
I'll second that, yeah. There's no date on that, but I just, yeah, it's good to know that we're gonna be interested in doing that, get public participation. I don't really look at it as a motion, I'm sorry, but.
No, it's just an idea.
An idea, and then just that you're willing to, I guess, and
Well, he made the
if
motion
you wanted
to
to have any
make
comments,
it
you're
easy.
Would you
welcome
ask-
to right now, I mean,
Right.
really, but,
No, I've been
Sandy's
shut
got
up
a
enough
question,
in this
Ben.
meeting, thank you.
Sandy?
Okay, that almost places us almost back where we were before. What could be a prospective time frame? A month, 2 months, 6 weeks, 4 weeks?
Exactly.
What, exactly, which one
I'm
of those?
kidding.
Why
No, I mean, seriously, we got things that, you know, long as I know that they're willing to do it, I'm not, you know, I don't wanna be sitting here trying to organize something, try to put something on the
Right.
agenda, and then, you know, we're not gonna do it. So, Mr. Nadeau said that he was willing. So, yeah, probably honestly, somewhere within the next month, we
Okay.
gotta get assessments done, I gotta get the tax commitment done, okay?
Well,
And
we're
then,
committed to that, we're committed
but I'm
to
answering
the
your
town
question.
meeting.
I'm answering your question. Somewhere in that little gap right there, okay, we'll have a very small window before we start doing budgets.
Sometime in October,
Mid-September, I would say.
mid-September.
Mid-September. Okay,
Okay.
that's perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, Mr. Heath, Mr. Nadeau. Appreciate it.
Ms. Wilson.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Wilson.